Just in general, what changed for you guys defensively?
We overhelped. I mean, we didn't guard the dribble nearly as well as we did in the first half. They were 1 of 10 from 3 in the first half, 6 of 10 second half, and a lot of that was in penetration. We just we had our plan for what we wanted to do on isolations, and we didn't get into it a couple times quick enough. We didn't need it as much in the first half. We adjusted to it, but we just gave up. We gave you. Not only did they put everybody on the not all their starters can shoot the ball, but they can all pass the ball. And so that's such a big part. A lot of times you're getting ready for 1 or 2 guys that are very good passers. Their whole team is. I don't think he plays them very long. And the bottom line is they got some good looks because we were in rotation a little bit, and they got hot, and it became the basket started looking pretty big for them. We got looks. We didn't get as many second shots. We got some second shots. I mean, we got some offensive boards, but we didn't get the putbacks that we need. And because we weren't getting the stops, our break wasn't as effective in the second half because we were going against a set defense more, which they're very good. And we missed some shots. I mean, I think we'll look at the film and see that we missed some shots that we were making. And bottom line, though, is that they got some looks and they made them. And first half they weren't getting as many of those looks, and because we were doing a much better job of guarding the dribble.
Was there anything, I guess, to that point as well that they changed in terms of the way they were getting into the lane, maybe using ball screens or anything?
No, isolations, we were ready for those, and we just didn't guard the dribble as well. We got overpowered a couple times. They spread it out, but that's one of the reasons they've been playing so much better. So it wasn't anything that we really hadn't seen, but it was a matter of getting in. We don't have the greatest of on-ball defenders yet. I mean, we've got some younger guys, that's not their strength yet. So we need to do a better job there, but at the same time in this league, you can't be caught in an overhelp because of the way people shoot the ball. And once we start getting beat off the dribble, natural defensive rules come in, we're rotating to help, and then they hurt that. So.
When Russ is,
But hold on, I don't really, I'll have to watch the film, but I really don't know if they were doing anything different other than they were driving more from the wings and corners. And in the first half, they were trying to drive it more off the top.
Just when Russ starts hitting threes, how much does that change stuff?
Oh, it changes all of it. He'd been in a struggle, but no one guarded him. No one thought of it that way. He's averaging 6 more points a game at home than he is on the road. He's a senior that's made big shots his entire career here. He's an outstanding shooter when he gets his feet set, and we allowed him to get his feet set. And he got a couple of those, and he got hot.
You guys have led a lot of games on the road at halftime. What's been the trend in the second half?
You know what? It's a 40-minute game, and there's other teams around the country that lose some leads too. Unfortunately, we've lost a couple of those, but the other teams are pretty good, George. And that's one of the reasons when you're at home and they have the guys that can shoot the ball that way, it becomes an issue. I think I just covered what happened to us with the defense, and sometimes that's what happens to us on the road.
After the first 3 or 4 minutes, outside of Noah and Yogi, after Will's first 7 points, there's only like 2 other guys who scored. Was there anything in particular you saw there related to that?
No, we were getting the ball to the guys that could score. I mean, Stan got a few. We didn't have as much balance as Wisconsin does, but they've got a lot more balance in their offense that way. No, I mean, if Noah hadn't gotten the shots, would you be asking me why he hadn't got more touches? You know what I mean? I mean, he got 15 shots. I mean, he got to the rim. He didn't get the foul. He didn't get to the free throw line. But we were going with what was working. So, I mean, getting to the rim off drives, some shots, posting some. They did a good job in their post defense. And it'll be, interesting to watch that on the film and see what we could have done better there. But, no, there were some shots we didn't make. I'm not sure we took a couple quick ones, but we didn't get the putback opportunities the way we have, and that's a credit to them. And I think we may see that we weren't on the glass as well as we needed to be, because consistently. And some of that is the way I was coaching it. We had 3 guards out there more than we usually do, and so some of that, was probably the problem a little bit with our rebounding too.
So what do you think of Noah's aggression tonight?
Oh, outstanding. He's getting better constantly, and. I mean, they're all getting better. I mean, there's no question about it. It doesn't really show up in the games. Did the other night with Troy, and sometimes freshmen are freshmen. I never go in there and treat them like they're freshmen. We don't coach them like they're freshmen. We don't talk to them like they're freshmen. But at the end of the day, they're freshmen, and we have high expectations for them, just like everybody else does. And I think Noah's continuing, the game he had tonight was the driving game. He's getting better with not wasting dribbles. Cody went through the same thing. And we ran some high pick and rolls with Troy. So we try to make sure, like even today, we're working on it's constant improvement with this team. Even in walkthroughs, we're working on our driving game, splitting traps, working on getting to the rim, all the different things that go into making you a better ball handler. Now, once you can do it consistently, then we'll try to take it to the game. And that's exactly, what's happening with Noah. It's happening with Troy some. And so I think he's improving all the time.
You
Not
mentioned
wasting
Troy's.
dribbles and getting more off of that. Not wasting dribbles, getting more off of that for Noah. It felt like that worked really well for him against at Northwestern.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah,
so.
you can't. It's when you're driving to the rim. It's not about a dribble. I mean, it's not about a one-on-one play. There's not enough time. I mean, you have to drive the ball. I mean, you have to drop your shoulder, get the ball out in front. There's not a lot of crossover. Sometimes young players, and Noah's gone through this. Troy's gone through. Saw it tonight. I mean, when Troy just goes straight in, and doesn't go to the jab step and doesn't try to set up, well, I'm going to go baseline, now I'll go middle, and just attacks. And we see it in practice, and you don't always get to see it in the games, and our fans don't get to see it, but that's when he's pretty good. And he gets into the games, and he gets going too quick, and he thinks he's got to make a move rather than a straight line drive, we get a travel. And a little bit of it is the same with Noah in this sense, when he's just in a straight line. He's very hard to guard now. I mean, he's a big human being. And so he doesn't need all the maneuvering. He doesn't need all the change of direction. He just needs to push the ball out in front, drop his shoulder, and go, and have one counter. And he's learning more and more about that. So he's getting more comfortable away from the basket with the ball, not just with shooting the ball. And but we've also got to make sure that we've got to get him to the foul line. I mean, there's no question about that. We're not going to win games without. We're not going to win games with just a few free throws. So.
Obviously saw the statement, but what just led you to decide that Hunter, it was time to play Hunter tonight?
Well, the statement speaks for itself, so and I think it's pretty long. But you sent the one I read. He's done everything. In my mind, I'm counting that he would have been out last week. That was nobody's fault that he missed that game. But he didn't know he was going until I brought him up in the front of the bus, and he walked through today. But he's been on the green squad, the scout team squad, the entire way. And I just think what he's done is he's going. It's not an easy situation that he's in. It's not even remotely close to being anywhere near finish for him. But in the short period of time or long period of time, whatever we want to look at, for him it's probably a long period of time, he's done what he's needed to do. He's done it with a great attitude, and he's gone above and beyond it. And I want him to be able to get this back bit by bit. But we're in for the long haul with him. He's in for the long haul. And I just wanted to have him available tonight. And he went in for a couple minutes, but hopefully he can continue to grow from this off the court and be able to get better on the court.
Sorry, just one more. I know you've talked about recall of Iowa with this quick turnaround. I mean, how important is it to be able to just kind of pull back that prep in a short period of time?
Sure, well, I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that part of it's good. You got to control the emotions this time of year. That's huge. And when you win, you got to have, you got to take that positive energy, which we did from Northwestern the other day, and build on that. And we were extremely ready to play. I don't think there's any question about that. And now when you lose, you've got to take what you did well, but there's also some corrections that have to be made. Like I said to these guys, I mean, it doesn't. They all want to play at the next level. 3 games in a week, that's a slow week at the next level. I mean, so just do what it is. We just go with what it is. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. And not any changes we can make. We're trying to get out of here a little quicker tonight, so we're not home in the middle of the night. But other than that, we just got to get ready to play. It's going to be 2 teams that are coming off a loss. They're going to be really hungry to win, and we need our fans to understand that these guys are working at an incredible level. They want it. They don't have all the confidence in the world yet because they don't have all the understanding, especially the young guys, of what it takes. But it's not for lack of trying, and it's not for lack of want to. And we're looking forward to getting home.